Did you know that 78% of engine problems can be prevented with just 7 simple maintenance steps? The average repair shop charges 5 to 10 times more for work you can do yourself for far less. Today, I'm showing you exactly how to make your engine run like it just came from the factory, without expensive parts or complicated tools. These 7 maintenance tasks can improve your performance by up to 15%, boost fuel efficiency by 20%, and add years to your engine's life. Forget the check engine light and forget the repair bills. Let's get started. 1. Ditch the extended oil change intervals. Let's start with the most important fluid in your engine: oil. Manufacturers love telling you that you can go 10,000 to 15,000 miles between oil changes. Why? Because when your engine fails prematurely, you'll be back to buy another car. The truth is, changing your oil every 5,000 miles, or even sooner, is one of the best things you can do for engine longevity. Fresh oil provides proper lubrication, cooling, and cleaning. When oil breaks down, it leaves deposits throughout your engine, creating friction and heat that gradually destroys components. 2. Give your engine a weekly Italian tune-up. If you're like most people, your daily commute involves short trips at moderate speeds. This is actually terrible for your engine. Short trips mean your engine never fully warms up, which leads to condensation, fuel dilution in your oil, and carbon buildup. The solution? At least once a week, take your car for a 20 to 30-minute drive on the highway. And yes, you need to redline it occasionally. I don't mean redlining for minutes on end, but a few brief high RPM accelerations are incredibly beneficial. This Italian tune-up clears out carbon deposits, forces old fuel through the system, and gets the engine hot enough to burn off contaminants. The higher RPMs also create more pressure in the cylinders, which can help seat the rings properly and maintain compression. Those who baby their engines, thinking they're extending life, are often doing the opposite. Engines are designed to operate across their full RPM range. You'd be amazed how much smoother an engine runs after a proper highway run with some spirited acceleration. 3. Replace the spark plugs every 30,000 to 100,000 miles. Another crucial maintenance task that can transform your engine's performance is replacing your spark plugs. These small components have a massive impact on how your engine runs. Most manufacturers recommend changing spark plugs every 30,000 to 100,000 miles. But I've found that replacing them every 50,000 miles produces noticeable improvements in power and efficiency, regardless of what your owner's manual claims. Worn spark plugs create weak sparks that lead to incomplete combustion. This means wasted fuel, reduced power, rough idle, and harder starts. The difference between old, worn plugs and fresh ones is dramatic. You'll feel it immediately in how the engine responds. For vehicles with easily accessible plugs, this is a simple DIY job that costs around $20 to $40 for a set of quality plugs, but delivers performance benefits worth hundreds. 4. Clean your mass airflow sensor. Now let's talk about something most people completely overlook: the mass airflow sensor, or MAF. This critical component measures the amount of air entering your engine so the computer can adjust fuel delivery accordingly. Over time, your MAF gets dirty. Even a thin layer of dirt can cause incorrect readings, leading to poor performance, rough idle, hesitation, and even check engine lights. Cleaning your MAF is incredibly simple. First, locate it. It's usually between your air filter box and intake tube. Disconnect the negative battery terminal first for safety. Then carefully disconnect the electrical connector and remove the sensor. Here's the important part. Only use MAF Sensor cleaner. Regular cleaners will damage the sensor. Spray generously, let it dry completely for about 30 minutes, then reinstall. Multiple mechanics couldn't figure it out. One MAF cleaning later, and the car drove like new. It's that effective. 5. Don't forget the throttle body. Similar to the MAF sensor, your throttle body controls airflow into the engine and gradually gets coated with carbon and oil deposits. When this happens, idle quality suffers. Acceleration becomes jerky, and your engine won't respond properly to throttle inputs. Cleaning your throttle body is another simple job that pays huge dividends. Remove the intake tube leading to the throttle body. Spray throttle body cleaner onto a clean rag. Never spray directly into a running engine. And wipe the inside of the throttle body and the throttle plate. Pay special attention to the edges where the throttle plate meets the housing. This is where deposits often accumulate and prevent proper closure. After cleaning, you might need to perform an idle relearn procedure, which is typically just starting the engine and letting it idle for 5 to 10 minutes without touching the throttle. The improvement in throttle response and idle quality can be dramatic. I've seen engines that idled like they had a bad camshaft, completely transformed after a thorough throttle body cleaning. Number 6. Use a good fuel system cleaner. Modern fuels leave deposits throughout your fuel system, especially on injector nozzles. When injectors get clogged, they can't deliver the fine mist of fuel needed for efficient combustion. Instead, you get poor spray patterns, incomplete combustion, and reduced power. Quality fuel system cleaners are a simple solution. Add a bottle of good injector cleaner to your tank every 5,000 to 10,000 miles. Look for cleaners containing polyisobutylamine or PEA, polyether-amine. These are the most effective at removing deposits. Clean fuel injectors makes a huge difference on how your engine runs. 7. Replace your air filter every 12,000 miles. Your air filter is your engine's first line of defense against dust and debris. When it gets clogged, your engine can't breathe properly. Imagine trying to run while breathing through a thick cloth. That's what your engine experiences with a dirty air filter. Most people wait until their filter is absolutely filthy before replacing it. By that point, performance has already been suffering for thousands of miles. I recommend checking your filter every 10,000 miles and replacing it at least every 12,000 to 15,000 miles, or sooner if you drive in dusty conditions. A clean air filter improves power, fuel economy, and reduces emissions. It's one of the cheapest maintenance items but delivers a noticeable performance boost. Next time you change your oil, take a minute to check that filter. You might be shocked at what you find. If you follow these 7 simple maintenance steps, your engine will run smoother, last longer, and perform like it did when it was new. The best part? Most of these tasks are simple DIY jobs that cost very little but deliver massive improvements. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like and share.